going to soak some of these parts in some vinegar. Apparently it's good for getting rust off, so I'll just go through the parts which need it and then soak them all. Okay. Paint. My roller, I'll start on the bottom and see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm back in the storeroom. The bike is all painted. I've painted the mudguard and the chain guard and the front. I painted the handlebars. All the wheels are painted silver, and then all these brake parts and everything are all painted. This is for the front brakes, that's all painted silver. I've got these things here, these are all the bolts and everything, and as you can see, this is disgusting. This is all the bolts and springs and parts which were rusty, and I've had them soaking in apple cider vinegar for about a week, I think, roughly. Yeah, so they've been about a week, so I'm about to clean these up and see how good the rust has come off them. The scale off. But I think everything's came up pretty well. Yeah, look, I mean that's came up really good. There's still a bit of surface rust on here, but I was mainly worried about the thread. And that apple cider vinegar has just eaten the rust away. I'm just going to put it in some water here just to try to clean the vinegar off. That is an amazing difference. This is what it was. That you can actually see the angle of where it was soaking in the vinegar, but all of this is just shiny metal, and this here is still a bit rusty here, but I need the thread nice and clean. So the good thing about apple cider vinegar is it's like not really going to hurt your hands, or you can put your fingers in it and it'll just stink a little bit. So a lot of things arrived the other day. I bought this. It's a grease gun. just a handheld one, which is perfect. Comes with a little tube of grease. The good thing is you can just use this one-handed. So I should have bought this earlier, but I bought a digital calipers. I don't need the instructions. So this is good for in the future, next time when I need to measure all the bearings and everything. This will be very handy. LOC-TITE. I bought 2 bottles of LOC-TITE. I bought LOC-TITE 277 for all the nuts and bolts, and then I bought LOC-TITE 641 for the bearings. The bearings actually haven't arrived yet, so I'm still waiting for them. I bought some new rubbers for the handlebars, and I only needed one, but this is for the brake lever, so I bought, you buy them in sets, so I got a green ones for the brake lever. What else arrived? Oh, I bought a little packet of spanners. These are for the front wheel, doing the front wheel. These are the very thin spanners, flat spanners, cone spanners I think they're called. So I bought a set of them for doing the front wheel. They were cheap. In this box I bought a new front axle, and I bought bearings for the front axle. That's the old axle there. They gave me 3 bearings, I don't know why. And I bought new bearings for the steering. Perfect. And what else? I bought a new seat. So that's my new seat for the bike. And yeah. Okay, these are my tyres. So that's how they arrived, all squished up. But these are the two new tyres for the bike. Might have to let them flatten out a little bit. And I can put these on the rims. Good. So I'm still waiting for the new axle for the pedalling, and I'm still waiting for 2 bearings. This is for the actual drive shaft. I'm replacing both of them. This one's still actually okay, but I'm just going to put 2 new ones anyway because they're cheap. And these are the bearings for the back wheel. Yeah, one of the back wheels has a bearing, the other one doesn't. So these are both shot, so I'm getting 2 new ones of them. So once they arrive, so that's all the new parts. So I can start putting this back in, and then I can fit the forks and the handlebars. I can put the seat on. I can fit the 2 tyres onto the rims and fit the front wheel back on. Okay.
匆匆那年，我们究竟说了几遍再见之后再拖延？可惜谁有没有爱过，不是一张激情上面的雄辩。匆匆那年，我们一时匆忙撂下难以承受的诺言，只有等别人兑现。不怪那吻痕还没积累成茧，拥抱着冬眠也没能羽化再成仙。不怪这一段情没空反复再排练，是岁月宽容恩赐反悔的时间。如果再见不能红着眼，是否还能红着脸？就像那年匆促刻下永远一起那样美丽的谣言。如果过去还值得眷恋，别太快冰释前嫌。谁甘心就这样彼此无挂也无牵？我们要互相亏欠，要不然凭何怀念？匆匆那年，我们见过太少世面，只爱看同一张脸。那么莫名其妙，那么讨人欢喜，闹起来又太讨厌。相爱那年，活该匆匆，因为我们不懂顽固的诺言，只是分手的前言。不怪那天。
Handlebars, front wheel bearing, seat. So I'm still waiting for the axle bearings, the back wheel bearings and this crank thing, and then I can put all my handbrakes on and it will be finished. Okay, we got a little bit done. I still got 2 tyres to fit. I'll fit these 2 new tyres. I'll use my old tubes, that's fine. Righto, just got to wait for some more parts. Okay, the rest of my parts arrived. So I have 2 bearings for the wheels, 2 bearings for the axles, the ball bearings, and it comes with grease, and this is the, nothing else in there, this is the axle for the pedals, so I can just get that out. Okay, so that's for my pedals, and the seller sent me 2 replacement spanners because the spanner set I bought of the small spanners, I noticed that they actually sent me these 2, which are 2 17 mils, and there was no 19 in the set, so I contacted them and told them, and after a little bit of negotiating they agreed it was their fault, and then they were supposed to send me 1 19, but obviously as a gesture of goodwill they've sent me 2, so now I've got 2 of them, so that's good. Okay, so I will fit this pedal shaft thing. I will fit the bearings in here. This is rubbish. And then I can fit the 2 bearings in the back wheel, and then I can put the wheels on and finish this thing off. The only thing I've still got to do is mount, or the thing I haven't worked out yet is mount the chain guard, because this chain guard is not off this bike, it had no chain guard, so I've got to come up with some mounting brackets and work out how I will do that, but I'll get to that. Okay, so the axle mounts onto these, and these are all the nuts and bolts. I just painted them silver, so it's 1, 2, 3, there should be another one the same, 4, and then there'll be 4 nuts, 3, 4. Okay, last thing to do on the bike is the wheels. Now the 2 wheels are different. This wheel here gets fitted with a bearing, and this wheel here doesn't. It just goes onto the shaft. It's got a square hole in here, and this wheel is fixed to the shaft. So this wheel is the actual drive wheel, which gets pulled by the axle, and the other one is freewheeling, just turns. So these are the new bearings. That's one. New bearings. These are good bearings. These are NSK from Japan. Good bearings. So first things first, I'll give this a clean. As good as I can. Wrong one. Some bearing retaining compound. Yeah, see these bearings are just a little bit loose. I'll put some bearing retaining compound in there. Righto. Just going to put a drop inside. So fit these wheels. This wheel goes on the other side. So this wheel's for here. And this wheel just goes straight on. It has a square. That's it. This one just gets bolted straight on. Righto, bolt them up and we'll take it outside. Okay, the bike is now outside and it's finally finished. It's all been painted. New back bearings have been fitted. So, a new bike to my collection. So, it looks like new. So now I have 3 bikes in a car. So this is my bike, and then I have this bike, and then I have this bike here. So all done, another project done. Can't wait to take the kids for a ride.